Your faith moves heaven. What God says about it. Let this truth settle in your spirit. Your faith moves heaven, not your strength, not your perfection, not your knowledge. But your faith, simple, raw, unwavering trust in God, has the power to open the windows of heaven, shift circumstances on earth, and align your life with divine destiny. In the Gospels, Jesus again and again reveals one thing. God responds to faith. According to your faith be it unto you. Matthew 9:29. This was not a casual statement. It was a divine revelation. Jesus was telling us that faith is the currency of the kingdom. Faith is the key that unlocks what heaven holds for your life. Not faith in yourself, not faith in outcomes, but faith in Him. His word, His will, His timing, His power. Think about the woman with the issue of blood. She had suffered for 12 long years. Doctors failed her. Society shamed her. Her strength was gone. But her faith whispered, if I can just touch the hem of His garment, I will be healed. And when she touched Jesus, heaven responded instantly. Daughter, your faith has made you well. Mark 5:34. Not her effort, not her righteousness, her faith. Now pause and ask yourself, what do I believe God for? What am I daring to touch by faith? Faith doesn't deny reality, it defies it. Faith says, I see the storm, but I walk on water anyway. Faith says, I see the tomb, but I believe in resurrection. Faith doesn't need evidence to believe. Faith is the evidence. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews 11:1. Jesus marveled at faith, not formality. He didn't admire the religious leaders' rituals. He was moved by the centurion who said, just say the word and my servant will be healed. Jesus turned to the crowd and said, I have not found such great faith, not even in Israel. Why? Because the centurion recognized the authority of Jesus. Knew that just one word from heaven could change everything on earth. That's the power of faith. It moves heaven, not because God is reluctant to bless, but because faith positions us to receive what God already desires to give. Faith is not manipulation, it's alignment. Faith doesn't twist God's arm, it opens your heart. Jesus said, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. Matthew 17:20. You don't need massive faith, you just need living faith, faith that acts, believes, speaks, and refuses to quit. Faith is not the absence of doubt, it's the presence of trust. Faith says, even when I don't see it, God is working. Even when I don't feel it, His promises stand. Even when I'm tired, I trust His strength. There was a blind man crying out to Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. People told him to be quiet, but faith speaks louder than fear. Jesus stopped. Heaven paused. Why? Because one man refused to let go of hope. And Jesus said, receive your sight, your faith has healed you. Luke 18:42. God is not moved by noise, He's moved by faith. And what does Jesus ask us again and again? Do you believe I am able to do this? Not. Do you deserve it? Not. Have you earned it? Not. Are you perfect? But, do you believe? Because faith honors God, and God honors faith. Even when Peter failed, when he sank in doubt after walking on water, Jesus reached out and said, why did you doubt? He was not angry. He was teaching. Faith walks above the storm, but even in weakness, faith reaches for grace. When your back is against the wall, when the doors seem shut, when prayers feel unanswered, faith doesn't retreat. It stands and declares, I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Your faith is not in vain. Every tear cried in faith, every prayer whispered in faith, every step taken in faith heaven hears. So today God is asking, will you trust me? Will you believe that I can do exceedingly, abundantly above all you ask or imagine? Will you dare to speak to your mountain? Will you live by faith and not by sight? Because when you walk in faith, you don't walk alone. Heaven walks with you. Angels are assigned. Doors open. Miracles begin. Faith is not just a feeling, it's a decision to believe God over everything else. Let your heart echo the words of Jesus. All things are possible to him who believes. Mark 9:23. Let your faith rise, because your faith moves heaven. Closing prayer. Lord, teach me to live by faith. Let my heart trust you beyond what my eyes can see. When storms come, remind me that you are still God. When mountains rise, help me speak to them with authority. Let my faith be bold, unshakable, alive. I believe, Lord. Help my unbelief, and let my life become a testimony of what faith in you can do. In Jesus' name, Amen.